Welcome to my new video where I can present you my choices for the fall 2025. Can we start with something that really surprised me, how good it is. Epices Exquises by Guerlain. I'm so glad that I got a chance to purchase the pre-reformulated Les Absolu Orient bottle. Now it's packaged in the new Aqua Allegoria type of bottles. Those are transparent bottles. Tried Epices Exquises twice at Guerlain boutique and I'm so glad that I got it. It's such a delightful, deep fragrance to me. Mysterious satin silk waft of Orient when it settles down. It starts with a spicy cardamom slash pepper on a top. It transforms into the mild, divine, oud, resinous sandalwood. It's more sandalwood than patchouli. You don't get any like totally burnt wood like in strictly oud fragrances, so you don't have to be worried, because here the dominant is the spicy green cardamom, not that green like in Tam Dao or the toilet, for instance. That is my choice for the warmer days in fall as well. But Epices Exquises 10 out of 10 to me, because I have two favorites, as you can see, from Les Absolu d'Orient. This is discontinued, if I'm not mistaken, Encense Mythique, which delivers a lot of ambergris notes, and basically it reminds me the sea breeze and the walking on the near to the seashore, catching a waft of sea salt. On a background there's a airy, transparent, sea salty rose there. It can be the combination of the rose and ambergris. But to me, this is more practical for every season, because it's not so much opulent, it's not so heavy. Relatively, it stays closer to the skin. It's not opulent, it's not like, although it represents the Les Orients bottle type of style, but to me it's more westernized version of fresh raw cardamom with the green facet, with the more prominent green aspect. I recommend it to all the people who likes more daring fragrances, not that safe like the designer fragrances, but delivering something unique. Although, and you can notice that nobody talks about Epices Exquises. I don't know why, but to me it's the most unique out of all. A lot of people here describes prominent coffee note here. There's the coffee note is there too, but maybe a hint of the coffee note of that in the middle phase, but then it transforms into the mild, suede, the sandalwood that got the hint of oud, but the very dry. So it's a mixture of greenness and the dryness and the pepperiness. Spicy green cardamom with a mixture of sandalwood, and in the middle of that there's a hint, just a hint of the coffee. I don't know if I can say roasted coffee beans. And that's the profile of Epices Exquises. I can clearly say that this unique profile doesn't smell like anything that I have in my collection, and I have almost 100 perfumes, so it's nothing like anything spicy, anything peppery, because this is perfectly, masterfully blended together. No harsh feelings, and it relatively can stay closer to the skin, so it's wearable. Epices Exquises doesn't smell like leather. There's a marocain which brings much more ambery facet in the scent profile. Dry amber and spices and all those dry fruits of leathers and marocain, which is nice. With Ambre Narguile. Ambre Narguile to me is completely, this smells like a shisha. Dry fruits of Morocco and that Arabian culture, and it's edible, definitely. It smells very beautiful, very nice for the fall season. It's my choice too. The recent addition into my collection is Shalimar L'Essence. Oh my god, the beautiful. Everybody was expecting something like more modernized, of the old profile of the Shalimar EDT here, which as you can see, I wear it very often, no matter what season it is. I like, if you like the roaring presence of the animalic musky notes, like Shalimar is definitely the bold statement, yet elegant, mature, timeless. I love it. I love EDP. I love EDT, which is more drier and not that animalic, but during the winter I definitely recommend you to put the Shalimar on your coat. Shalimar L'Essence, without any exaggeration, it's very affordable for that price, and if you want to save some money, what reminds me the most is the Cuir Beluga. Suede scent profile of Cuir Beluga is something that I like. Moving forward into the niche type of style, start and go with Shalimar L'Essence definitely, because it's beautiful for a nice price, and the scent profile of the new Shalimar Essence. By the way, it's the 100th anniversary edition, but it's beautifully crafted and so well crafted. And look at the color compared to the older Shalimar EDT. It's unbelievable, unreal quality. What they deliver is completely modernized profile. Then they took off the animalic presence of the old Shalimar, and here the dominant two notes basically are tonka and the unique high quality standard vanilla. Only Guerlain can make, because they put their hands on the vanilla for more than 100 years. So I don't think so that you can get anybody who can make better vanilla than Guerlain. So if you don't wanna pay twice or three times more money of Guerlain lard at Malle, so go with Shalimar L'Essence, because it's so special, so unique, and it's very easily wearable. You can put it on during the summer, during the spring, all 4 seasons, during the fall, and it warms you, it hugs you, it warms you, it smiles at you, and it makes you feel cozier. Beautiful. I'm so glad that I added this into my collection. And these two ones are completely different profiles, different eras, different times, and different centuries. This brings the vintage, older world that is not present in modern days, but this delivers you that Guerlain quality, a high standard quality, but it's moving on. It's moving on in contemporary with contemporary needs in today's world, when not so many people wants to smell anything daring, anything bold and complicated. Although this brings that the quality, more depth than anything in designer world, definitely. Doesn't smell generic, and it doesn't smell like a designer scent. This to me is a niche quality. Not the same like the Musc Ravageur, because here there's more animalic notes too, but compared to this one, this is more sweet than the Shalimar EDT. This is more sweeter. Yeah, this has the ambery sweetness and the like honey sweetness. There's more warm amber notes here. This is more animalic sweetness, but this is not overly sweet, and nor the Shalimar L'Essence. This is not overly sweet or sickeningly sweet, nothing at all. This is sweety, decent amount of sweet vanilla that doesn't smell feminine. It's beautiful, beautiful. Nothing like the compared to tobacco vanille. This is also a gem that I went back putting on after a year, and I can get the plums there too, or maybe a hint of cherry, fresh, edible, like freshly picked plums, or maybe dry fruits, but still delivering that freshness and wateriness. It's not completely dry, like smoked or something. It's also a choice for my fall season in 2025. And a lot of people talks about Belami vetiver, but to me this is more spicier, more drier, and not that sweaty, and this has that more oomph, more presence. So to me, Belami is the choice for the fall season too. Because a lot of people talks about Beau de Jour or so, but to me it's worth to enjoy the party with Belami by Hermes. The Cuir Cuba Intense as well. I like it for the all 4 seasons, for the summer, for the spring. It can smell very formal. It's hard to say that it smells like Cuban leather, because Cuir Cuba, it means Cuban leather. Yeah, it can be, but I can get a hint of tobacco, also maybe a tobacco leaf, but it's like a mixture of the anise. You can compare these with the L'Instant de Guerlain EDT, but just maybe 10 or 15% maximum, not more, because this goes different direction, much more refined, much more. It simply got much more depth to me, and it works a bit more. L'Instant de Guerlain EDT is fine. It's beautiful for the September, because I wore 2 days ago. L'Instant de Guerlain is fine. Now moving on to the more designerish things. Also, although the people can compare it in a different way, but to me, if this is compared to the Shalimar L'Essence, this is much more sweeter, and this is much more designerish. Maison Margiela Replica by the Fireplace, everybody knows it. It can remind the burnt marshmallows for somebody. It delivers, it's got that sweetness, but it also got that smokiness. Like, imagine eating marshmallow, but being surrounded by the people, just sitting around the fireplace or bonfire, and to catch the waft of smokiness on your clothes mixed with the sweetness of marshmallows. There you go, that's the fireplace. And if you want something boozy yet smelling designerish and affordable, check out the Replica Maison Margiela Jazz Club. It's also the choice for those who like hint of the booziness, although it reminds me the Dolce & Gabbana, the original EDT, a lot, but this is more refined, more dense. It has more density, more refinement. I just decided to pick a couple of fragrances, although we can talk about Dior Homme Original. You can see how much I use it for the everyday work day in the September, because it seems to me I kind of came back to that kind of simple iris profile, because it gets me what I need. Sometimes I don't need to smell overly complicated or overly daring. Sometimes I need to stay just classy and simple for the rest of the day. So this is the choice for the fall season to me as well. Although I got Dior Homme Original, Dior Homme Intense, and Dior Homme Parfum, but here in Europe it's still, the temperature was still a bit above average, so I didn't want to choke myself with the Intense or with the perfume. The time will come in a month or in a few weeks. So thank you for watching, for sharing your choices for the fall. So until then, bye for now.